This one's a bit of both. It's a bit of a review and it's a bit of a rant. And you wonder what I'm on about? I'm on about Titters 3, Lost in New York. I'm going to say the good things, I'm going to say the rest of it being shit. One good thing is you do have a very, very long Leo DiCaprio. You know who he is? Think of the Titanic. Yep, the very long Leo DiCaprio makes his first movie appearance in his first movie role. I like the girl in it who looks after the family, and I like the woman in it who does a bit of DIY. A bit funny when she's stuck because she's down and hit the fucking telephone, and every 2 minutes the phone's going and she's spinning up and down like that. I like the granddad and the grandma. They were funny, they were wacky. I like them characters. And I do like the Titters. They are the main entertainment in the film. They're too funny, they're too wacky. I like that. The one thing I don't like though in Titters 3, and I will get to the point, is what they do to fucking Tari. Now remember Tari number 1, he was a bit wacko and he liked his fucking beer. That's fair enough, that's fair enough. Titters 2 however fits that. It fits it, you know, he was somebody. He met up with Bud, the Hug, as I say, the bounty hunter. Yeah, he met up with Hug, the bounty hunter. And, you know, the scene where you think he's going to self-sacrifice himself and he doesn't. He jumps out with a parachute and he saved people. He saved the townies, the farmers, in number 2. Right, in number 2. And his award was he got to be the sheriff. And it was a happy ending. It was a happy ending for Tari. So what did they do in number 3, Lost in New York? What did they do back in 1990 to our friend Tari? I'll tell you what they did to him. They turned him into a fucking hobo. I'll say it again for people who are hard of hearing. They turned him into a fucking hobo, meaning a homeless fucking bum. He goes loopy-loo again, and he's a fucking bum. It turned out that the farmers, right, couple of days thought, yeah, we'll let you be the sheriff, or laugh behind your back even though you saved our fucking arse, and your reward is, we'll fuck you off. So they kicked him out, being the sheriff, just like they did for the other one in number 2. And he turned into a fucking hobo. He turned into a fucking bum. Oh, nice. Now, I know the Titters, the films and the series wasn't taken that serious. It was a comedy, sci-fi horror. But it's the fucking fact that they're going to die, who saved these untakeful fuckers' lives, that turned him into a fucking bum. Granted, number 4, they even take a bit of fucking dump on Tari's character in number 4. When you think about it, number 4, him and a young lad are the only decent characters in the film. The only decent ones. The others are fucking spies. I cease in this, you've got some characters you give a fuck. But I just fucking hate, I fucking hate what they do to fucking Tari's character. It really fucking pisses me off, it does. It really pisses me. Another thing what pisses me is you don't have fucking Up in it. Up comes in it right at the last minute. Right at the last minute. They don't turn him into an arsehole into number 4. But it's the fact that he comes in it at the last minute. No fucking bounty hunters. And the film, as we already know, back in 1990, this was done on a cheaper budget than 1 and 2. 1 was a big hit. Number 2 was a big hit because it wasn't as successful, even though I loved number 2. I already said number 2 was my favourite. They did number 3 and number 4 back to devil, and number 3 was done on a cheap budget. Yeah, it had a long Leo DiCaprio, but in all fairness, this was before he made his big break. So the film was done on a cheap fucking budget. It was done on a cheap budget, and you can see it. And the picture through, so the original art cover of Titters 3, you've got them in Manhattan, you've got big buildings and all this, and you don't fucking see it. You don't see the big high-style buildings, you don't see fuck all. I was assuming you're going to be attacking people in New York and all this. And that's something else. How the fuck did the Titters come into it? I see in number 2, it made fucking sense when it followed on from number 1. This, it doesn't even explain how the fuck they come into it. It doesn't explain it. Right, I get to the fucking story. You've got the long Leo DiCaprio, right, and his dad's a fucking dick. He's a dick. Straight away I hate his fucking dad, because his dad had to fan this, just so he could save a bit of this and make a bit more. How fucking typical and low is that? So he wants to kick out innocent families just to save a bit of that. What a fucking dick. That is, he just get killed by the titters. So that's like a memorable, nice scene to see. Just think he's a fucking arsehole. He wants to kick families out and turn them into bums. And then, plus, come to stuff. To me, I felt it would have been better. I just bit in it where Charlie's doing the story of number 1, number 2, and you get fastbacks from the original and the second one. So you get Memory fucking Lane. I felt that would have been better if they would have had the actor come back and play this role of Bradley. You know, make Bradley a little bit like a bounty hunter. You know, he goes around looking for titters and he's killing them. I thought that would have been better if Bradley Brown would have come into it doing the story of 1 and 2. You know what I mean? Why the fuck is Charlie doing everything what happened in number 1? He didn't come into it until what, the last fucking minute. And I just felt it would have been better had it would have been Bradley Brown. 1, they probably didn't ask him to reprise his role, and 2, no, it's a cheap fucking budget. They probably felt, oh fuck that, it's just too much money to have him come into it. So they probably just didn't fucking ask him. Or he didn't want to do it because he read the script. They thought, fuck that. One or the other. But it's good. There's some funny bits in it. I like the bit where the titters are blowing bubbles. And I do like some of the characters. So that's one thing. That's why I'm not going and going and acting like a fucking maniac. I'm not. But to me, I just feel that compared to Titters 2, it's a letdown. That's what I'll just say. Titters 3, Lost in New York, it's a letdown. The picture fools you because you think it's all going to be in New York. Like I said, you think the titters are going to go around attacking people and biting people's asses. And you don't see it. You don't fucking see it. They all get killed and Charlie comes in and saves the day. But again, in number 4, they take a big dump on him, right? And then you've got to watch the ending, right? You've got to watch the ending of Titters fucking thing. Because that's when Up comes into it, right? The last fucking minute. And he says to Charlie, if I remember right, he says, Charlie, we've got a mission for you. What is it? Goes in the rocket, it blasts him, has a test mark to say to be continued, and you get to find out in shitty 4. But again, this one, I think I look at it as being a review, and I look at it as being a rant, because compared to number 4, I see she actually had some characters I like. Like I say, I like the old man, I like the couple in it, I like the way they told the story about Charlie. I like the bits where Charlie tells the story of 1 and 2, but I felt it would have been better had it would have been Bradley Brown telling that story. But sadly to say, he wasn't in this one, thankfully so. I like the fact you have a young Leo DiCaprio. You know, he was professing, he was like your typical kid, you know, he was Chica. I like the fact he had a little Game Boy, then it brings memories back to me when I was a lad. And I like some of the people in it, you know what I mean? It had some likeable characters. So that's why I'm not going to go there and rant on it. But like I said when I was talking about the original Titters, it felt like a remake. That's all I can say on the matter. It felt like a remake. You got a family getting attacked, just like the first one. The only difference is it's in a building. You got Titters attacking people, just like the first one. With a family, just like the first one. You got the dude's dad who's a fucking bum. He sits on his ass and watches TV all day and don't do tat shit. You know what I mean? But it's all just in a fucking building. I was expecting it to be in Manhattan. I was expecting to see loads of fucking titters attacking a townies in the fucking big city. It even says in the big city of this film. And it lies to you because it was a cheap fucking budget. And it just feels like a remake, only not as fucking dud. Hub comes into it at the last minute. You don't see any bounty hunters. And compared to 1 and 2, they should have just left it as 1 and 2. Should have left it as 1 and 2. Compared to the big fucking shit they do on fucking Tyler, when they turn him into a fucking hobo, they turn him into a fucking bum. He's going to loop Lou again. That's his fucking award. Yeah, no, it weren't taken serious. It was a comedy. It was an horror. I was getting too into it. But it's just the fact they did that to fucking Tyler. They turned him into a fucking bum. After all what he did for that town, they turned him into a fucking joke, into a fucking bum. And the 4th one, fucking hell, they take a big dump on him in that and all. To be continued on that one. Can't wait. See you later.